Previously I made a video called Egg Crate Fire Starters, in which you take the little cups of the egg crates and put little slits in them so the tops can fold down. You take a chunk of dryer lint, wrap it in a used fabric softener, make a little ball, stuff it into the egg crate, fold the sides down, tie it with a piece of cotton twine, and then what I did was dipped them in hot wax until they were thoroughly coated and most of the air bubbles had come out. Then of course let cool, and I did a video showing when I lit them and used them in my fire pit. Since then I also added another kind, which was the cotton face pads, which I also dipped in wax, but this time I took a red crayon, threw it in the wax so that they would come out red colored and not boring white, and I ended up with some red ones, but I don't have one to show you right now, so I'll show you the pink ones. I stole the pink crayon out of the grandkids box and I threw a pink crayon in there. So it was a face pad, again the cotton twine, the whole thing dipped in wax and put on a cookie sheet, put in the freezer, allow them to cool, and this is what they came out like. The egg crate ones, I ended up buying some tissue paper because they were boring, looking like little gray things, and I wrapped them in red tissue paper and it made them look a little cooler. Those were the first two. So I got rave reviews about those, but I also decided to come up with a better plan, and that plan is what I came up with today. Was, what if I took one of these cotton face pads, and what if I could split them apart and open them up? Now sadly, these are a new one that I bought, which were not like the other ones. The other ones were smooth and had a distinct pattern around the edge with like a stitching. And I didn't think to save one to show you how I did it, so let's see if I can kind of do it with this one, which is another package I bought. So it's not going to come out as good in this demonstration. But what I did was I opened it up like a pita pocket, and then my concept was, what if I stuffed them with some fat wood shavings? And that was what I did. So I took my little cotton things, slit them all open. I stuffed some fat wood shavings in there, and it's before I dipped them in the hot wax with a string, put them on a cookie sheet, and threw them in the freezer. It only takes a minute or two to cool them all off, because again, it's a cotton pad stuffed with fat wood shavings, which I pushed it down real hard to make sure they were as flat as I could get them. And there they are. And what I did was once again, I dipped them in wax, and then I laid them, the cotton string was laying on the cookie sheet. So as soon as they came out, and I had a little pair of tweezer things that I dip them with, and I laid them on the string until they cooled off. And then I actually did them another dip later to re-dip them, which got the string entirely coated. And of course then I just threw them in the freezer for a couple minutes where they get nice and hard and they pop right off the cookie sheet, so you don't have to worry about them sticking. So here's my first batch ever, and they look identical to the other ones. Let me get one of the other ones over here. These are the first ones that I had made. The pink one and the white one are from the other batch. They're pretty skinny. So these ones are a little puffier looking. Not a lot though, but inside there I packed every one of them with fat wood. And the reason I did this is because my YouTube friend, Dino, got a hankering for the little kit that I had made, in which I had packed fat wood sticks, fat wood shavings, some matches, some of these fire starters that I had made, and he thought that they were pretty cute. So I only had a couple of these ones left because I gave them to my friends at work, plus I gave my son a bunch, and I didn't want to send him just a couple of those like that because it looked kind of sad. So I'm making him his own box, and in his box are, so far, the face pads stuffed with shaved fat wood. These should be very cool. And then I have another one I'm working on, and it is egg crates. And I think what I'll do is, once again, I'll do the lint with the fabric softener, but this time I think I'm going to add some shaved fat wood. And then, of course, tie the whole thing down, soak the whole thing in wax, put them on the freezer, in the freezer to cool down, and I think I'll be ready to pack up Mr. Dino's package from Sunset Bay Bonnie. Thanks for watching. Okay, fabric softener. Stuck a little piece of lint in there, and then I stuck some of the fat wood shavings inside there. And now I fold this down tight as I can, so it makes this little cubic almost type thing, and now I'm going to tie it up. And then when I get a bunch of them, I'll dip them in the wax. Looking because the previous wax was red colored. That's the crayon I put in there. See, it's smoking, it's getting pretty hot. Anyway, I'm gonna get these dunked and get them on my beautiful cookie tray. Don't throw away old cookie trays, they're great for crafts. Okay, let's get some dunking going on here. Let's see if I can. The problem with focusing is because it's really hot. And let me turn this off for a minute. You can see the bubbles coming out. That's the air. The wax is soaking into that wood that's in there and soaking into the lint and the fabric softener. And they'll bubble like that. And I let them sit like that for a while. And then I'll take them out and put them on the cookie sheet. But so that's what I'm doing. Pick it up like that, let it drain a little bit, and then over to the cookie sheet to cool off. Alright, got a couple more to do. Dipped, soaked in wax, they're all nice and hard now, and the string was dipped too. This is just some red tissue paper, only because they're so ugly like that. Not that this is a great improvement, but it's kind of fun. So here's the tissue paper. Put some glue all over it. Egg crate, tissue paper. Make a nice little happy union here. And that's basically it. Stick the tissue paper on them. Push it down. Hopefully it'll stick. Not the prettiest looking thing, but they're kind of cute that way. So that's it. Finish these up. Project. I'm actually cheating because these aren't quite dry all the way, but I gotta get some other stuff done. Anyway, I'm gonna package these up and send them off to my friend Dino, and hope he enjoys them. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching.